Got Randy and Martin here, Purple Sneaker DJs, who before you questioned their commitment to a festival, went to the trouble of mixing all of the Groovin The Moo artists on a very cool little mix. It will still be up there for a while.
This is true. Yeah, well,
I think it will be.
I think it will be for the good times, for the memories, for the kids when they come home.
It was a bit of a bitch, like trying to mix all those tracks. Like, you know, I mean, you've got Big Scary, and then you've got Parkway Drive, and then you've got like Kimbra, and you know,
one does not simply mix Matt Corby into Parkway Drive.
No.
You know,
So we got,
in fact,
yeah,
one
so
does
you
not
got
simply mix Parkway Drive full stop.
yeah, that's tough.
But you know, we made it work.
Yeah.
But it was good to get Matt Corby out of the way early.
Yeah.
no.
Actually, like,
it's only the best hook of
we
2011.
did
so, yeah.
Matt Corby twice. Actually, he got a bit of a tag at the front, and then he got a remix in the middle.
Oh yeah, some love for our brother Lancelot, the Sydney guy, really cool guy.
Purple Sneaker DJs do quite a few different things outside of their DJing. They also do some parties, like throw parties all over the place. Tell us a bit about that. So
We throw parties in Sydney, Canberra, Melbourne. Mostly these days in Melbourne. We have a weekly club called Can't Say. Last week we had Star Slinger and Flume play alongside us. Over the years we've had like buttloads of rad acts like Kisses and Barbs. Oh, new acts like Kisses and Barbs and Kelly and stuff. And big acts, I guess, like Vampire Weekend or I'm not very good at rolling these off. Like,
You were killing it for a while there.
Yeah,
That was pretty
we
good.
had
the
Dead
first three
Cab ones.
came racing out.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
that.
Well, you know, like we throw parties, and then we also tour.
Yeah.
We're doing a house party later on. It's a house party tour later in the year.
Oh yeah, that's in the planning stages now.
Don't get too far down the house party track because it's the indie DJ side of it that I like to talk about.
Oh
because I think-
no, not like house music.
Oh, you're actually right.
House
Yeah,
parties,
house
playing
party.
indie music at house parties.
Like Vomit in the Backyard house party.
So for a second there, I thought you were going, shit, if it's working for everyone else, this house music stuff,
No,
I'll
like-
just jump on, and do some of that, eh?
Party in
Purple
the
Sneakers
hallway.
deep house
Yeah.
DJs. Just 8 minutes of low beats.
Yeah.
So as indie DJs, or DJs that play indie music, it's a lot harder than sort of like some of the big name DJs that people are familiar with.
Yeah,
and
you know,
going to
Adrian Lux,
festivals.
we own him. Like,
Hey,
much
do you
harder
know
than that.
He plays a mashup. We did this like forever ago. We did a mashup of Sweet Disposition and Teenage Crime,
Yeah.
and he played it the other day.
No
He
bullshit,
didn't,
no.
he didn't play our one, but I think he's made his own, which probably sounded like shitloads better. But like, he played his own.
We invented that.
Well, that was us.
I'm gonna have a word with him later.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take him down.
But you know, to answer your question, it's actually just, we see it all as party music.
I get it, yep.
So the only thing really that's different to what we do is it's song based. So we'll start at like that sort of 90 BPM hip hop sort of tempo and work our way through like slow disco, Moombahton, head into like indie disco and indie electro, and then up towards bangers and like beyond Bangertown, you know, into like what
It's a rough place to be,
It's
Bangertown.
like, by that stage it's 4 a.m. and it's
Have you
gone
been
into
to
it.
Bangertown before?
To where?
To Bangertown?
Bangertown.
No, it's a banger.
Um,
I mean, I feel like I've kind of, yeah, I may have been. I've got pretty close
We're on
anyway.
at 3:45. If you want to come to Bangertown, man, you're invited.
There can be, and these guys clearly are very down to earth fellas. There can be some sort of like, I guess, argument or a bit of snobbery that any DJs do more than just what the standard house DJs might do, or even your DJs that sort of like do a range from house to some dubstep. Because mixing indie music and making it work is a far more complex thing. You have a far greater pool to choose from, but a lot more goes into it.
Yeah.
Agree or disagree?
it's all.
Or a lot more thought, there's certainly a lot more preparation for a set. Let's be honest, you can still be a house DJ, grab something in the afternoon.
I
and
think
head
a
out
good
and
DJ is a
smash
good
it.
DJ though.
Sure.
I mean, like every DJ should do preparation. I mean, I'm not trying to be
No,
diplomatic
yeah.
here. We are awesome.
He is
Yeah.
a diplomatic
No, no,
guy.
it's-
We not disagreeing
I've
that we are
asked some
awesome.
people before, and they're
but,
like, people sneaking DJs. You guys need to be, that was awesome.
but you know,
Well-
every DJ does good preparation, and so it doesn't.
Well,
we
yeah.
mix really quickly, like. We're not mashup DJs, just saying,
Yeah.
but we do mix really quickly as opposed to, you know, let's say a 5 to 7 minute like minimal tech track. But at the same time, every art form has its own nuances and differences. You know?
I will say when it comes to like when you really want to get tricky about it, if you wanted to get like talking about mixing stuff on the fly, like you know, with house music, it's all gridded. You got your boom, snare, boom,
down
snare.
your
And
it's
when
all
you're
generally that
when you're dropping in the White Stripes, who've never recorded to click track in their
No.
life, it's all over the place. You're gonna push stuff back and forth. You know, you got to get your hands involved. I think that's probably the big difference. Is it's not about
Those other
pushing-
guys don't get their hands involved.
Yeah,
They
Just to be
except
clear.
for some minor adjustments.
yeah.
you know
You,
what I mean?
can't do
Push
that
some
crap on
buttons, yeah.
Ableton. You know, you've
No.
really got to get your hands in there. I guess that's the big difference.
We Mix You Dance, the
compilation.
The compilations, very cool. If you're interested in these guys, they're really, they're going well, yeah?
Yeah.
We did 2 of them. Yeah, it was actually a really good opportunity to get behind music that we love. Like there was 2 discs. There was like the party indie disc, and then there was like the more cerebral disc where we got to put like
Get to
you know,
really push
stuff like
forward.
Active Child
Yeah.
and local natives and
Panther
you know.
Prince, which
Yeah.
was just that was awesome.
Yeah,
like
it's
being
pretty
able
good.
to, it's kind of like, hey, this is what we've discovered. Here you go. Like because you know it might not get played on any level of commercial radio. Like even to the extent of Triple J, you will not hear these artists on Triple J.
No, what it was doing, like when I listened to it, was like it was promoting artists that people are hearing for the first time.
Yeah.
You know, like amongst us, but some people might know like a bit of Mike Snow or a bit of Architecture in Helsinki or
yeah.
this sort of stuff. Then they hear something that sounds similar, and then they're going to break, and that's what doing a great
Yeah.
mix
And
does.
the good thing with those discs was that they came out and then like in the following 6 months. For example, like we had Adrian Lux on there
Teenage
before
Crime, yeah.
before like 6 months before it hit, you know. And it's a good opportunity to kind of big up acts that you like and get them to like people who may not have heard them before.
It's actually cool watching the transition of like getting on a track early and playing it for the first time and sort of watching people go, oh yeah, and then you know 6 months down the track you go and do another 2 and you drop it again. It's just like, and you're like,
Yeah.
well,
And
you know,
then
it's
6
made
months
it.
later,
It's made
if
it.
you played it, people go,
Final question, very quickly, just tractor control systems, all that shit coming out. What are you guys' opinion about it?
Oh,
I've
in
seen a few
terms
guys
of-
and the
alright.
ability now people can do it.
I'm so glad you asked this question because I'll tell anyone that'll listen like about my thoughts on it. I used to be that purist guy that would like write off dudes who would be like getting up there and hitting the sync button and getting shit together, and I'd be like, no, come on. You know what I've realized in all this time of touring, all these festivals, all these clubs and everything, is that it's as long as those tracks are fucking mint and you're playing gold, like it almost doesn't matter, because I guarantee you those people out there, they actually don't care. Like maybe years ago it would have been a thing, like now you see someone mixing on vinyl,
Where it's
like,
coming from,
ooh.
yeah.
You know, the truth is it's just as long as you're playing and giving them gold. I've watched guys play on Ableton and absolutely tear it up, you know.
yeah,
And
I
the
actually
crowd
don't
doesn't
even
care.
know what
Tractor,
Which is
control
good.
Tractor's the same as Serato, but like
I know what tractor is, but I don't know. I didn't know that there was like a sync button.
It is
We
a
just
thing.
use Serato as like CD replacement kind of thing, and like
Yeah.
we play edits. Like, I mean, we actually play a combination of like Serato on one side and zip disks, like thumb drives on the other side, and like
Zip disc.
sorry, floppy disk. We get floppies, like
Floppy
those
disk
big ones,
DJs.
like Tommy Kangaroo Down Sport kind of vibe. And you know, we just whatever happens. Like we have like a range of about 60 or 70 tracks, and we pick and choose.
Purple Sneaker DJs, Martin and Randy, having a great Groovin The Moo tour, and check out their parties, and they've got some productions coming up, which will be very cool.
Yeah.
Good for you guys, man. Great to chat.
Yeah.
Cheers.